Yo, what's up, Blue Mouse family and movie world, social media world? How you doing? Happy Labor Day weekend. First off, I want to give flowers where they're due. Shout out to the Blue Mouse. Shout out to Disney, giving us 100 years of movie magic. Thank you. We appreciate that. Big hand clap to that. Wanted to give you your flowers right off the jump. Anyways, I know you're out there enjoying your Labor Day weekend, soaking up the sun, but I want to talk to you today about Elemental and why you should take a break and go see it. It's one of the best movies around. First off, this is like Disney's 27th installment of like animated films, and they're still crushing it. Elemental was nothing short of like Toy Story. Let me take it back real quick. You remember Cory and Topanga? Yeah, you remember that kind of like childhood love, that romanticism. Hey, I like you, meet me at the movies at 3 p.m. That's what's going on in Elemental. You got two elements, fire, played by Ember, and then you got water, played by the boring, typical Wade. Now, these two elements are super crushing on each other because they're teenagers. Now, who here remembers that song, Lovers and Friends? I know you do. Well, seriously, it's like they take that song and Disney made it into a movie. You got four elements, right? Water, fire, earth, and air. And in particularly this movie, it's about two of them, fire and water. So you got this really, really interesting chick. She's like, your teenage Avril Lavigne, kind of going through it, rebellious to her parents, works at her parents' store, but wants to pursue a career as an artist. And so Ember is her name. She's just working, getting along, and finally the typical health inspector shows up. His name is Wade. He shows up to her father's store and dings him for all these things. That's not right, and that's not right, and that's not right. But Ember and Wade, the fire and water element, end up falling in love, and the parents are just like, no. This film is what's known as a sleeper hit. It's got a pretty good budget. I mean, really, really high amount, and it doubled what it did in theaters, and people didn't expect it to. But for me, what I love about this film is that Cory and Topanga aspect of couples. If you like someone and you want them to notice you, bring them to this movie, have them sit real close, and get ready for the cheesy punchlines. Wade is just the typical romantic kid who's literally laying down the lines on Ember. Yo, I didn't know water was so smooth. That's funny, because water typically travels down the path of least resistance, and Wade did not come shy with punchlines. He let Ember know he was feeling her, and that's why I love this film, is because it's a love story. I even picked up a few pickup lines myself. And lastly, social media world, I gotta let you know why this film, Elemental, resonated with me so much from a cultural standpoint. All those feelings and emotions of being new or unfamiliar to a territory and having to adapt, oh my gosh, I was in the theater like I can relate. There was a scene in particular between Ember and her father, Bernie. Now, in their culture, as fire elements, it's their custom to bow before one leaves. Bernie's father did not bow for Bernie right before he left to Element City to start a new journey with his family. And so that really made Bernie feel like he wasn't complete or whole. But Bernie was a great father, and when Ember decided to pursue a glass-blowing career, he gave her the bow, and the movie ended beautifully. So from a cultural standpoint, Elemental, you really, really killed it, and that's something that I appreciate. Peace.